Hi, Machete Panda here, and I will be doing an introduction review of the preview graphics and gameplay videos for Cube World. Cube World is being developed by Dr. Wolfram von Funk. And no, I don't know if he's related to the highly decorated Panzer General of the Nazi Army, Hans Führer von Funk. But he is known by his internet handle, Wally. In Wally's own words, Cube World is a voxel-based adventure role-playing game currently in development. I know I'm going to be asked this, so I'll just answer it. What is a voxel-based game? Voxel-based refers to the environment. Voxel engines identify objects on the map as they are related to each other. So instead of tracking things from a 0-0 origin, it's tracked as it relates to other objects. So a chair might be positioned in a room based on its distance from a desk. This is used in professional industries that deal with large environments, and it's mostly considered the most efficient way to calculate object relations rather than calculating, this chair is 5,000 miles away from 0-0. You're going to calculate this chair is 2 feet from the desk. From what Wally has shown and said, Cube World will have combat, quests, monsters, NPCs, and dungeons. But little else is known, and the current hype in the community is expecting more. However, Wally has indicated he will work on Cube World on his own until the end of Alpha, but he hasn't indicated if he'll be working on a team past that or when he'll work on a team. So all the hype may turn into disappointment because it's clear from community expectations that they're expecting more than one man can provide. To make my point, many of these same people are disappointed with Minecraft. And Minecraft was a team of about 15 people. But let's not focus on that, and there's a million videos out there talking about what Cube World is. I'll be talking about what Wally has said and what Cube World could be. To talk about Cube World, you have to talk about 3 big things that Wally has shown and tweeted about. These are algorithm-generated worlds, world maps that can come in any shape, layout, or form simply by changing a word or phrase. Wally is a huge fan of adventure-based combat games. He has also said Cube World will be a RP role-playing game. To talk about 2 of these, you must tip your hat to 2 pioneers. For algorithm-generated worlds, it's Minecraft for the seed-generated maps that they do. And of course Zelda for its adventure-based combat. And Wally's gone on record saying that it was one of the inspirations for the game. But what about the role-playing aspect? All the footage shown doesn't have any or much role-playing in it. When this video was made, there were 3 combat roles, but that doesn't make this a role-playing game. So what makes a role-playing game? Well, to start, you must inject the player into a character. This means they pick a name that they're known by in the game. They pick a path, just like a worker or a thief, soldier, barbarian, chemist, tinkerer, magician, and the likes. This is usually determined through actions as they play or through choices that they make on the screen in a menu. So basically, freedom to perform tasks or actions to roleplay, basically. This is what I'll be spending the most time on, the RPG aspect. And for that, we will tip our hat to Ultima. The Ultima series is largely considered the most revolutionary RPG game that includes graphical art for computers. But first, let's talk about that Cube World algorithm generation. And for that, we'll talk about Minecraft. Let's get right to the point. You say interactive, randomly generated, limitless worlds. The first thing people say is Minecraft. You can provide hours of travel and never see the same land formation twice in the game. Being a completely interactive map that you can manipulate to make farmland or underground bases or just blow up the land. But Minecraft has always been mixing adventure and roleplay, and they have a huge community to make that point that just has made mods for roleplaying, for better adventuring, and Minecraft falls short there. So this is where we're going to talk about Zelda. Wally has mentioned many times he is a Zelda fan. Zelda has amazing adventure and even has an interesting static storyline to go with the static role of hero adventurer. In some ways, you can compare Cube World with Zelda right now more than you can with Minecraft, which it's often compared with. Wally has shown previews of 3 classes, and that's as of the making of this video, and I'm sure by the time this video is uploaded, he's probably going to have more. Cube World currently has mages, warriors, and rogues. Wally is currently working on the graphics and gameplay environment, so he will most likely work on the storyline to test action triggers in the environment before he gets to working on our next subject. Role-playing. First and foremost, Wally makes it clear on the front page of his site that this is a role-playing game in a voxel world. And while no one has even seen any roleplay yet, many of us fans are looking forward to it from the battle scenes. But if there was ever a more revolutionary role-playing game to talk about, it was the Ultima series. It brought role-playing into the mainstream. The first Ultima that I played was Ultima 7, which is archaic and really bad 2D graphics by today's standard. But it was made in 1992. Wow, talk about old. So for the first role-playing game, 1992, to have the kind of graphics that it has was amazing. It was a huge world, and it was known as a free world. Most graphical games at the time were static storyline games like Zelda. You couldn't really explore the world in the way you wanted to. But Ultima 7, being a role-playing game, was based in an unrestricted world. I mean, here's a map of Ultima World, or Ultima Online, excuse me, which is similar to Ultima 7. Just look at it. It's huge. Like, and think of Cube World. It will be bigger because of the map generation. You can walk on and on and on, and who knows what else you'll find. It'd be cool to see a quest generator, much like a map generator, and it just like combines, and you can have infinite number of quests based on different things. Anyways, that's a different story. I'm getting distracted. But it was amazing, and no two PCs were NPCs were the same in this world. They all had different names. They even had their own jobs. I mean, come on, how insane is that? For a 15 megabyte PC game world in 1992, each one had their own jobs. They would do their jobs in the day. They would have lunch at noon. You could go into the cities and you would see them having lunch in the bars, and then they would go back to work. Then they would go to church after work, and you could go to the church at a certain time during the day, and then at nighttime they would go home and they go to sleep. And it would be great to have Wally take each little township that you're going to run across in Cube World this far with the NPCs, but that kind of commitment isn't found in role-playing games anymore. But we were on the subject of role-playing. As with any role-playing game, you could play any role in the game. If you wanted to abandon the reason for your character, which was known as the avatar, for entering Ultima 7 World, which was to solve a murder mystery, you could. You could role-play a baker. And you could go through the whole process. You could grab the flour, you could put it on the table, add water, turn it into dough, and then you take the dough, you roll it out just like you would with real bread, and from there you'd take it and put it in the oven and let it bake, and poop, out will come bread. So I mean, it's a real cool, real interactive world. And here's our bread. So, yum yum yum. But yeah, amazing. Or maybe you want to be a pirate and gamble. Oh no, we just got catching. Kill them all, mates! And guys, I mean, just look at this map. It's huge. Of course, you get skills for everything you do, including the battles. You know, baking, farming, even making clothes. But like, let me show you the clothes making. You know, you just take some wool that you get off a sheet. You take the wool and you spin it on I don't know what this thing's called. You spin it into thread, and you take the thread, You turn it into sheets of cloth, and then you take the sheets of cloth and you can cut it into clothes or cut it into bandages or whatever. So we're going to take this, we're going to drop it in our backpack, and we'll just cut it into bandages. We won't even use a template. So just make bandages, and there you go. It's a really cool game. But this is what I get amped up about, the whole role-playing aspect with Cube World, and it's really limitless right now. And and I'm really looking forward to when Wally starts putting this stuff in there. It'll be great once he builds this. Once he builds up a team to work for him and to get this game really make it into something. And I think I'd be a farmer. I like playing the support role in role play games, and I'll level some farmland, plant some seeds, raise animals, harvest my food for the rest of my team, get them saddled on my horses, and sell the rest of the food at market. That's kind of like my thing, what I enjoy doing, or mining, making armor or smelting ingots, all that stuff. And people yell at you when you say that because they think of Minecraft, but Minecraft is in no way a role-play game. But yeah, I love it. We don't know what the final Cube World will look like, but we sure are looking forward to it. I hope you enjoyed my little segment here, and Machete Panda signing off.